10 things to do if you're starting university. Now, I am very aware that fresher season has come and gone, and a lot of semesters have already started. But a lot of things I've listed here is things that I learned when I was at uni, and probably stuff that I should have done, which is really applicable throughout your time there. It's not just like your first year, your first couple of weeks, or whatever. It's just something to kind of do the whole time. So we'll jump into that because any advice I can give, like, trust me, I've done a lot of the wrong things at uni, so any advice I can do to not make the same mistakes I did, I'll share them with you. Why not? So the first one, Class A drugs. I'm only joking. Register with a GP. Okay. Do, take all your drugs legally and with a prescription. All right. Um. Honestly, register with a GP. Get and see a doctor and stuff. One thing I never did throughout my time at uni. I remember getting my wee room in halls, and the application form is right there in front of me on the first day. Never touched it, and a week later I was out drinking and fell and busted my head. And I kind of just took my chances with that. Like if I died, I died. But thankfully, I didn't. But just keep yourself right. Don't be an idiot. I was a bit of an idiot. I was young 18-year-old, didn't know what the hell I was doing. But register with a doctor. Keep yourself right. That would be the first thing. First and foremost, essentially, register with a GP. Learn how to cook. Probably sounds very obvious, but especially again, I'm going back to me here. It's very easy when you get in from class or you get in from whatever and you're just really not bothered. It's very easy to load up Just Eat and order yourself and some fast food and takeaway. And trust me, like every so often, treat yourself absolutely, but don't be treating yourself 4 or 5 times a week because it really does harm you financially. And if you can learn how to cook and you can learn, even if it's basic stuff like pasta and things like that, you will be well on your way to one, saving money, two, being a lot healthier, and three is it's just a great life skill to have, being able to cook along studying whatever it is you're looking to study. It just always be learning, always be looking to learn. Segues perfectly after learning to cook, by the way, is respect your flatmates. Now, I'd imagine a lot of you are probably staying at halls, staying in like uni flats. You're probably living with others and you're sharing a space, all right? It's not just you living there. Respect others. And now this one, I kind of did do a wee bit too well. I remember I had one bowl, one plate, forks, whatever, and I kept them in my wee room, away from the kitchen, away from because the people that I lived with at the time, God, they were animals. By the way, they were rotten. Like they would have had just bread that was out of date by like a month, just sitting in the cupboard. They would have had dishes sitting in the basin for weeks on end, and like I don't know, like now I would probably say to them, "Here, go and wash your blooming dish," but they hardly ever appeared. I lived with a very like quiet group in my first year of uni, anyway. They very rarely surfaced, and I'm not going to knock on your door and be like, "Here, do this." I ended up just doing my dishes in my own like bathroom sink in my wee my wee room. But no, don't be doing that. Say to someone if the way they're living's pissing you off, because that did really get to me at times. That wasn't very enjoyable. But at the same time, keep yourself right. Don't be giving anybody else a reason to dislike you or kind of like think you're a slob or rotten off the get go. Just respect people that you're living with. Similarly, not even just cooking, like even like if you're like listening to music or if you're having like a wee party or something, either one, invite them, or two, just don't have the music blasting at like 4, 5, 6 in the morning because you are sharing a living space with others as well. So it sounds really obvious, but get a job. Um, Now again, going back to my own experiences, I used to work in Debenhams, and then we were blessed with a global pandemic. And Debenhams is no longer here, so I got a job, lost the job, and then proceeded to kind of not work again for about a good year and a half, nearly, just living off my student loan. And honestly, that's you might think it's great, like having all this free time to yourself, but God, it gets the mentally, emotionally, like it's just not great. And financially as well. Like your student loan's only going to take you so far. You don't want to be falling behind in rent. You don't want to be falling behind, as I say, just mentally and just being stuck in a rut. Just, I'm not even going to say contribute to society. I'm not even going to be that condescending. Just contribute to your own well-being, and get yourself out of the flat. Get yourself out of the house. If it's not just university, just do that because when I did it, obviously during COVID, you weren't able to get out of the house at all. Like even the classes when uni returned, it was all online. So that was even worse again. So at least now the way things are, even if you're getting out of the house for uni, there's always weekends there and a wee bit more money and just build your bank balance up to a safe position. Next one, just go to your classes. Just go to your classes. Again, it's very easy. Listen, you drink at uni, you do. Well, not everybody does, but 9 times out of 10, you'll be out on weeknights, on school nights, and the next morning you'll be a wee bit, probably be a wee bit worse for wear, and you might think, no, do you know what? I'm gonna have class on miss today. Don't. Um, as I say, our classes were relegated to online for a good chunk. It started halfway through my second year, and like the third year then was basically all online. And it did kind of dampen the experience. I felt like the whole uni feeling died after that. But even then, there's probably a lot of you already that's even looking back at just your school days and thinking, God, I wish I maybe turned up a wee bit more, kind of appreciated it a bit more at the time. It's that thing of, yeah, oh yeah, you didn't realize you were in the good old days until they're already gone. And it's so true. Um, Classes, they're actually some of the best crack you'll have, if that makes any sense. And it's only for a couple of hours a day. Um, and the people you meet, it's and the experiences you do, it's just amazing. Just go to your classes. Um, Obviously it's okay to miss the odd one. Like it's fine. Say you have a dentist appointment or your cat's sick or something. Miss the odd day. Treat yourself, obviously, but just don't be taking the piss with it because you'll regret it as well. And you don't want to be falling behind just in general in your classes. Number six, say yes to as much as you can. Now, I don't mean that in a kind of creepy consensual way. I just mean like say yes to like sign yourself up for things, join societies, join clubs, integrate with people. Just put yourself out there because at the end of the day, that's what you're doing. Obviously, every course is different, but if you have like moved away to somewhere else to go to uni, sell yourself. Absolutely, like back yourself. And make the most of the experience while you're there. Because you're not always going to be under the safe umbrella of education. Eventually, you're going to go into the big fucking scary world. But yeah, put yourself out there. And as I say, I hate going back to oh me, oh god, COVID. I know it was so sad, but a lot of those opportunities were hindered in my case, and there's probably things I probably wish I could have signed up for. So in that regard, just don't let those opportunities waste when they are presented. If that makes sense. Um, Now the next one, if you are gonna say yes to everything, use protection. Okay. um, it goes without saying. um, but some of the people I knew, some of the people I went to uni with, dirty, dirty bastard. Okay, like I know it's very easy when you've had one too many drinks and you go back or whatever, just to take that chance to chance your arm. Just don't take the risk, man. Some of the halls I stayed at, that was riddled more so than fucking Batman. Like, just don't take the chance. That was one thing that that always do well, mainly because it always just terrified me the prospect of well, one, contracting something, and two, having accidentally having to be responsible for another baby human being when I can barely be responsible for myself. So just cover yourself in that regard as well. Listen, we're all having fun here, but I just have fun safely. Have fun safely. Um, Change of pace here. Number eight, get a calendar. Now I know we all have got calendars on our phone, but in my experience anyway, it's much better just to see it visually. Like for a while, I had like just like a white, like those white whiteboards, and then just Monday to Sunday written down the ways, and then just what I had to do and what I any deadlines or things that I just needed to check off for that week, and just kept on top of it. And like, listen, if you're on your phone, like how you get lost in a TikTok hole, you get lost in Instagram and do whatever. If you have something just sat at your desk or wherever you study, just there, um, to just refer back to, and it's there all the time. Or even if you're going to bed, like let's say it's just in the same room, you can glance around, like, oh god, I've got that in the morning as well. It just saves you a lot of, again, the potential risks of kind of just falling behind and stuff that could come with that. But at the same time, don't burn yourself out. Don't stress it. Listen, you along with hundreds of others are on the same boat. These are all on the same boat. And these are all going through it together. And I know, like, it's very easy to be on the other end of the spectrum and just throw yourself into your studies, throw yourself into your assignments and such. But don't forget to just chill out as well. Maybe have like a, now I'm not saying like meditation or something, but just some like a wind down time as well. Even like if you are gonna work on things and you are gonna put yourself in, be like, right, I am gonna work this year. I'm gonna get my head down and do it. Just give your head a break as well at times. Watch a film, chill out with your mates, go out for a drink. Listen, if you need like you need to go out for a drink, oh, this getting me a bit on top of me, do it. Um, as long as you've you've got your trusted calendar and you've got your deadlines of where they are, you can manage your time accordingly. Like time management's another big thing as well. But manage your time for you as well as managing it for your education. At the end of the day, like it's not the end of the world. Like doing, as long as you're keeping yourself right, you'll be in a much better headspace to do a better project and write a better essay and such. So just check yourself before you write your words. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but here we are. Yeah, last but not least, and probably the most important, is just enjoy yourself. I've stressed it already. Um, you probably look back in your school days and thought, God, I wish I cherished that a bit more. Now I'm like that tenfold with university. I know people say, "Oh, your school days were the best day of your life." Cowards, okay. Those are people that never went to uni, because uni is the greatest experience as long as you treat yourself. Um, as long as you treat it as the experience as it is and you don't overdo it. Now I was lucky. I fell in with a good friend group. Now you will make friends for life. You'll probably make people that you never want to meet again too. That's also just the harsh reality of life in general. But just enjoy it, embrace it, and as I say, throw yourself into as much as you can. Not class A drugs. That was a joke. Um, and just have the time of your life. Just I can't, that kind of works hand in hand with the don't stress one. Just embrace probably the first real independence you're probably getting. Like if you're going from living with your parents to living by yourself, it is a scary jump. Especially for me, I moved country completely. Um, so yeah, just enjoy it. And also, actually, you know what? Bonus one. Here's an 11th. Have it just because I'm just saying. Oh yeah, for me personally, I moved country. If you are moved away from your family, give them a ring. Call your family. I used to ring my ma every day. And for whatever reason, somewhere down the line, weirdly after like 2.5 years, was a weird kind of. I just stopped. I was ringing less. And in the beginning, she thought I was like dead, but I wasn't. um, but yeah, check in on them, because although you're going and you're living this new experience, whatever, your family's lost a son, they've lost a daughter, they've lost someone, they've lost their child basically, probably for the first time since they had you. Like you've just upped and moved, and it's scary for them as much as it is you. So check in on your family as well. Tell them you love them. Tell them you miss them. And if they want to have a chat about their day, listen. Okay, don't be that. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go. Just yeah, because they're probably your biggest supporters. They're your biggest backers. If you are ever stuck for financially, I don't doubt your parents or your family members, your supporters, whoever it will be, will give you a hand. No, I hated asking, but like there was times where they almost had to like spoon feed it out of me, quite literally, because like especially in first year when I didn't do these things and I wasn't managing my money, I was living off porridge for a week straight because I blew all my money on drink. So don't be doing that. Enjoy yourself and the best luck with your studies. And yeah, peace out. Have a nice one. Good night.